What is up, everyone? It is Friday, May 6th. All right. We are here. We're going to do a kind of I don't know, a update, a weekly kind of a recap of the week since I can't get on every day to recap this Kouri Richins trial. But we will look at kind of the happenings of this week. The besties came in. I think some text messages came in. I think the lover came in, and we'll go over some of that. I'll pull up what I can. We'll see what we can do. I only want to be on here for 45 minutes. That is it. I don't want this to be crazy long, right? I'm shooting for 45 minutes. Ah, no. Maybe I do a faceless thing. What is up? Okay, I'm gonna say hello again because we're here again, and I'm gonna do that all over because I had the other phone, the other screen playing. It's annoying, but we are learning, and I'm happy I realize now as opposed to realizing later. I think I did one video where I did the whole video with the wrong screen hot. Okay. Um, how do I sound? I watched some videos on making the sound a little bit better. I'm hoping it sounds good to you guys. I kind of don't like. I didn't like having to hold it like right here. That was bothering me. But I also don't want to be like this. But I don't think I have to. Like it sounds like it's good from right here. I'm hoping it is. Um, my computer is not the best. Okay, we're just starting out, and I it will take forever to test it, do it, but from the looks of it, the little green bar is right where it needs to be. It might be a little too loud. Are we a little too loud? Maybe, but we are picking up what we need to pick up. All right, so we want to do a day 8 or a week 2 recap of the Kouri Richins trial. And I am not a lawyer, okay? I am not a law analyst, okay? I'm not even a connoisseur of reactions, okay? I am a mother, okay, of 3 children. I am a working mom. I'm a massage therapist. I'm a direct support professional. I work with guys with disabilities. And just on a strength of being a adult female, I have opinions about this case. I don't understand it. I mean, some stuff I understand and some stuff I don't understand. I will never understand just like not just getting a divorce. But I guess if you divorce him and get nothing, this is where you're left at, right? This is what happens. We are going to try to insert some sound. I have this. I don't know if I could pick it up for you to see. I have this thing. It is a very cheap soundboard. Okay, it's level 1 beginner 101. Might even be remedial math soundboard. Okay, I think maybe you guys will hear it. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want gunshots. I don't want to cheer. Yeah, I need a. Oh my god. That's not what I wanted. That's the world laughing at me. That's not where I wanted to go. But ding ding ding. All right, we might do a ding ding ding. Maybe I could fit a ding 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 in here. But I was thinking about this the other day, and I know a lot of people, you are here probably to entertain yourselves, have something to do because you are at that age where going out and being out in these streets at night is not your thing. You want to be home, and this is something that you like to watch. I am so happy that you're here to watch it with me, but it is not lost on me that someone lost their life for foolishness. And I watch this stuff as a way to, this is what someone else did. This was the consequence of the thing that they did. Don't do that thing for some stuff. And then other stuff is just like, why the fuck would anybody do that? But for me, this is a kind of cautionary tale of where being greedy will get you, letting money get the better of you will get you, and kind of wanting to have your cake and eat it too will get you. Okay. So, like, comment, comment, subscribe. Okay. One day I hope to have enough people to have a membership. I think I have 35 subscribers. Okay. 35 of you were like, yes. Okay. I am on my way to having a following. Right now I got 35 followers. I mean, I'm no who out here got more followers. Everybody got more followers than me. Like I have more followers than Daybell. I'll put it to you that way. He did not get this far. Might not be funny, but it was funny to me. That was funny to me. I don't care. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care. But yes, we let's get into this. We'll watch a little. I don't want to go over 35 minutes or 45 minutes, and I've already kind of wasted 7. So we are going to jump into this. Let's go. Honestly, I don't have anything really set up, right? I am I am we are going to, let me pause that. We're going to start that and let's go. Oh, what's up? I'm back. I'm back. Yes, we're back. Um so day 8 was a little crazy. Not crazy, but it was packed with a lot of stuff. We are going to be using Grizzly True Crimes um video. And I don't think she minds when smaller creators use I'm gonna just call myself a you I don't even know if I can call myself a YouTuber yet, but when accounts with smaller numbers, she does not mind when they use her stuff. So that's the first video we're gonna use. Um it was a bunch of all the financial stuff came in on day 9. Maybe I should see what happened Monday, right? Yeah, who came in Monday? Grizzly. Who came in on Monday? Okay. Middle. All right. So let me look and see if we can find out or kind of know who came in on Monday. Yeah, okay, so day 7 was financial crimes. Day 6 was the digital evidence. Okay, let's look at day 6. And the internet, your Google searches will ruin you. Okay. Oh, hold on. We got more. We got more. So they had the um, chief medical examiner, the phone call she made to the chief medical examiner, um, cross, recross, somebody else that bought a home for Kouri came in on this day. Juror had a note. They did that. Okay, so earlier in the case, um, the defense was doing recross, I guess, on one of the evidence people and the person that had all the jail phone calls. So for some reason they didn't want it known that Kouri was, well, I guess because of the presumption of innocence. All right, I ain't no lawyer, I don't know this shit. But I guess because of that, because we all have a presumption of innocence where you have to prove, the state has to prove to y'all that we guilty, to the jury that we're guilty. Um, it's not good for the jury to know that we're locked up. Or not we. I'm not a criminal. But it's not good for the jury to know that the defendant is locked up if they are in fact incarcerated. I personally did not think the way the lawyer, um I'm gonna come back to me for now because I don't know why this isn't live. That's like something else. I don't know why. But the way the lawyer made a face when the lady was like, "Oh yeah, the jail call." It was crazy. She like made it such a much bigger deal than it needed to be, and honestly, it really was not that big of a deal. But they had a motion to dismiss that on the grounds that now the jury knows she's in jail, is probably going to paint this horrible picture that she is guilty because she's still locked up. Personally, if I hope to never find myself in jail, but if I'm in jail for something that I got to go to trial for, I would say leave me in jail. Take that money you would have used to bond me out and pay for me a lawyer. Okay, that's what I would do. But I don't know. I might be crazy. I mean, there's a part of me that thinks jail isn't as bad as you think it is. I mean, I might get beat up because I'm not much of a fighter, but you know what I'm saying? Couple of meals sent to you, 3 meals a day. You don't really got to do shit. Like I could literally sit in one spot for a minute. I don't know if it'll be that bad for me. I don't know, but jail, it's in here, people. It's in here. But I don't know. Let's see. Well, what did they do on this day that cell phone activity presentation. Now, in a way, I felt like homeboy. This was probably one of the best little phone presentations I ever seen. My boy had charts for your ass, for real, for real. Let's look at these.
What those, for instance, there you go. Thanks, Scott. So this is a tower location. It's pointing to the location of the tower. That's important, not the device, but the tower of that Miss Lauber device is utilizing at 4:11 p.m., for instance. Okay, Mr. Crozier's record was also populated into this as well, and at the same time at 4:11 p.m., Mr. Crozier is pointing towards a tower location in the Davis County area. So you know which tower their devices are using. On the left-hand side, these are going to move. And what that depicts is the movement of the device as they reacquire different towers. Okay? And then on the right-hand side, as we go through the slides, it's going to start populating. So Scott, you can start populating. So at 4:11, this represents a phone or a communication between Miss Lauber and Mr. Crozier, and this is their respective locations. You can see on the right-hand side through the 4 o'clock and the 5 o'clock hour, beginning in the 5 o'clock hour, Miss Richins and Miss Lauber continue to communicate via text. At 5:05, Miss Lauber is still in the Heber Valley area, and that picture that you just saw was a photo from that time frame that was recovered from Miss Lauber's cell phone device. All right, so you can see at 5:05.
So this man had the incoming outgoing calls, plus the location of those calls, plus pictures they took while making those calls or those text messages. I don't think they have all of the all of their text messages because Carmen and Kouri did like a super dump of their phone and deleted all of their messages and then I guess overwrote it and then deleted it again. So they deleted the message, but they were still able to find out that they were sending messages and where they were sending messages from and pictures that they sent while they were sending those messages. So I mean, you can get rid of some stuff, but you can't get rid of it all. Okay, so they had all of that evidence. Okay, because supposedly at some point Kouri called Carmen Lauper, I believe her name is, and asked her to if she could get her, you know, drugs. And then she did that on Valentine. She did that a little bit before Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day come up and there's messages between Eric and Kouri where Eric is sick and he's like, "Yo, I ate your food and now I'm sick. I'm about to go lay down. If I don't feel better, I'm going to the hospital." Um, and then she's off with her. Okay, so I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Her sneaky link. Okay, she out here sneaking around with her Bobo and getting cabinets installed, which she now after I saw him, I think she really had this nigga putting up cabinets. I don't think he might have got some because it was Valentine's Day, but she got them cabinets installed first, and then dot 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 whatever. I don't know. I'm speculating, I guess. But yeah, so that was the forensic stuff. He had who was messaging or talking, where they were talking, and pictures that they sent. And then what's cool, I guess, about it is Carmen already testified to her stuff. So now everything he's saying with the phone lines up with everything that Carmen said. So if you didn't believe Carmen and you thought Carmen was lying, I don't know, everything she said happened. He has proof that it happened that way. Okay. So then we have
Ms. Lauber is now, her device is now hitting on a tower in the Provo Canyon area out near the reservoir. And Mr. Crozier's device is using a tower at 5:20 p.m. up in the Davis County area. And on the right-hand side, you're going to see Ms. Richins and Ms. Lauber continue to communicate with one another. And Ms. Lauber's device is traveling down Provo Canyon and into the Utah County area. That device is now heading into roughly the Utah County area. It's utilizing towers in those locations, and eventually it's going to move north. And you can see Mr. Crozier's device has now jumped significantly.
State's next witness, please.
Detective Jeff O'Driscoll, please.
Detective, let's get you sworn in.
Oh, first Detective O'Driscoll. Okay.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury?
I do.
Thank you. Have a seat.
You better not be undercover, right?
If you could state your name and spell your last name, please.
Detective Jeff O'Driscoll, O''DRISCOLL.
Where do you work?
Somebody read documents. That's me. We read them together. O'Driscoll. No Filter Nat said, what is a snarky coffee? It is a coffee filled with snark. It's when people fill up my snark tank and keep me caffeinated. The coffee link is shared throughout the stream, and it's on my website. Thank you so much.
Summit County Sheriff's Office. I am a detective in the Major Crimes Investigation Unit.
During your investigation of this case, did you seize a cell phone belonging to Miss Carmen Lauber?
Yes, I did.
Was that in April of 2023?
Yes, it was.
Was that a black Samsung phone?
Yes.
Was the phone number on that phone ending 6127?
I believe so, yes.
Did you book that phone into evidence at the Summit County Sheriff's Office?
I think it was collected by crime scene technicians on the scene, and they booked it in evidence.
Did you later retrieve that phone from evidence and with the help of Miss Chelsea Gibson, download that phone?
Yes.
Was that done using the Celebrate software?
Yes, it was.
Those are all my questions for you.
You're going down, Kouri. We're waiting for this evidence.
Just to make very clear, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr.
You are the O'Driscoll, that's the chief investigator in this case, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all I have for now, Your Honor. Thank you.
May this witness step down, Mr. Event?
For now, please.
Yeah, okay, very good.
Okay, well, that much short.
I don't know. I feel like I be picking up the attitude. I think that the defense attorneys be having, because that all I said to me was, "Oh, you're the chief investigator. Oh, you're the one that was sending those nasty ass texts to the other witnesses, telling like I'm gonna get your dog or some shit like that." I think one of the witnesses was like, they were texting one of the witnesses like, "Yo, you need to come in so we can prep you on your statement." And then she was just like, "Yo, I don't need to be prepped. I know what I gotta say. Don't worry about it." And he was like, "Why don't you just come in so we can talk and go over things?" And then he like threatened to like get her dog and all this other stuff. And then was like, "Well," she's like, "Just send me the date and time." And he was like, "Well, if you talk to me, I can tell you the exact time you need to be there. But if not, you can just come and wait for like 3-4 days. And when we call you, we'll call you when we call you." Like that. And I ended up coming in. The jury ended up hearing that this dude was a little bit of a meanie. Okay, that's what the jury ended up hearing. But I don't know. Kinda uneventful. What else happened that day? Who's this guy? Did I just watch that?
Sir, if you step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're...
So, you know, they don't have a lot of pictures of Eric, like, kind of right before he passed. And I don't know, he looking a little thin in this picture right here.
about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth?
Like, I don't want to mess up my screens, but see right here, he looks a little bit thin in this picture to me. And I don't know. I don't know nothing. I don't know nobody. But sometimes I feel like the truth lives kind of in between what Kouri's saying happened and what the state is saying happened. Like, to me, a little bit, there's a little bit of kind of truth in all of that, right? Right? That's how I feel sometimes, that there's a little bit of, maybe a little bit of what everybody's saying is true. Maybe there's a little bit of Kouri was cheating. Kouri wanted to make money on her own and be her own person, and Eric kind of wouldn't let her because she has a everything kind of changed for them when Kouri went and she, like, now, I don't want to say she stole money from him because, you know, his money is supposed to be her money, like they're a couple, right? But I guess it was that way. And then Kouri went and just took or lied and signed papers to take $250,000 from Eric so she could go buy a house, and she flipped the house and made a little bit of profit off of it, right? But after that, he didn't trust her no more and took her off of everything without her really knowing. But what I don't know is, was it she took the money and then she started poisoning him to get rid of him, and then all of this happened, or she was poisoning him, she took the money, and then he tightened up on his money. She thought the only way I can get the money was to take him out, so she took him out, not knowing that he changed everything. But I don't know, because I really don't get marrying someone and having in the prenup, if we get divorced, you get nothing. But if we're together and I die, you get everything. And then when you realize, oh, this chick will really try and kill me, you go switch it so she gets nothing. Like, that part I don't get. Those, I'll never understand setting up a prenup to where it's that. But yeah, I don't know, that pic of him right there in a white t-shirt makes, because some men, when y'all do the beards, you're hiding that weakness in that jawline. That's what I be thinking sometimes. Like, some of y'all be like, that's a thin face to me. But I don't know. I guess there's no proof that he was actually taking anything beyond, because if he was taking fentanyl or illicit drugs, prior to his death, it would have been in his bloodstream, right? But then I'm a little confused too because all right, walk with me, y'all. If all of it was still in his stomach, no, I guess the alcohol was in his stomach and the fentanyl was in his blood, right? If I'm wrong about that, y'all let me know in the chat. Because if the alcohol was still in his stomach, that means he died before. If it's from him drinking alcohol and that's how it got in his stomach, he died before he even got a chance to metastasize. I don't know if I used that right. The alcohol, right? So he took there was so much fentanyl, it took him out like immediately. Because you don't we don't play with those real drugs. That's a real drug, and you don't play with it. But then I heard people be like, if she had that much like in her hand, like you can't even touch it. That's some shit you can't even let like touch your skin. Like you will get high. And then if it's a lot, you will OD. Like I think there's a video of a cop. Well, I don't know if he was stealing it and using it. I don't really remember, but I know he had it in his pocket and reached in his pocket without the glove on, and they found his ass laid out on the floor. Like it's that powerful. I don't even know why you would have something like that strong just out here in these streets. But I guess they don't. It's just out here in the streets. But all right, so there was that. Really, what they got to next was what they got to next was let me see. The next day, what was the next day like? So that was wait, did I get to her? Did I even show her
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury.
her internet search?
Marina,
No, those are
Those messages.
correct.
They've been deleted from Kouri Richins' phone.
Yes.
They've been deleted from Carmen Lauber's phone. The witness, Exhibit 3-1. And then if you could, I believe there's a second page, if you could show the subsequent pages. Do you recognize this?
I do.
What is it?
This is
Generally speaking, is it a document you found?
Yeah, it's a vacation reservation made, or that was located inside Ms. Richins' device.
excellent. Point that out to the jury. And when was that vacation for? Oh my, April of 2022, a month after her husband died. But she booked it already at the end of 2021. Interesting. Premeditation?
I'm going to move to admit 3-1.
Yeah, if Grizzly says it's premeditation, it probably was premeditation, but if she yeah, how is she gonna get away with a vacation and she married? Kouri, Kouri, how are you gonna get away with a vacation? Okay. How? How were you gonna get away if you weren't planning on your husband not being around? How were you getting away with a vacation to a $4,000 vacation? So that's a pretty nice spot. That ain't no weekend at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Okay, that was a pretty nice vacation you were planning. But how, Kouri, were you going to do that if your husband wasn't around? You would have to have been planning that because you knew your mans wasn't going to be around no more. And then where were your kids going to go, Kouri? Because now your husband ain't around. Where were your kids going? Craziness. Craziness. Right? I think. What's this? These are some text messages. These are from Kouri to her mans. Oh, these are the text messages from Valentine's Day. This is Valentine's Day. So he goes, Kay, I'm going to lay down for a bit. If I don't start getting better, I'm going to head to the hospital.
My princess. So I guess this is from Richard Josh Grossman to Kay, babe. Kay, I'm going to lay down for a bit. Oh, no, this is from, wait, hold it up. Richins, Eric Richins. So this is from Eric Richins to, there you go, there's the clue, 1987. We're decoding 1987, my princess. Shame, he called Kouri my princess, oh my word. Okay, I'm going to lay down for, oh yeah, Valentine's Day, the sandwich, you guys, okay, I'm going to lay down for a bit. If I don't start getting better, I'm going to head to the hospital. Because he broke out in hives apparently and felt like he needed an EpiPen, his son's EpiPen he used, and some Benadryl, because he had some kind of allergic reaction after eating the sandwich that she left for him with a note in his truck on Valentine's Day, before she headed out to go meet her darling.
It's kind of clear from the to and from, but who is going to be typing the messages that are in the green bubbles?
All right, so the green is from, and that's the 9317. That's Eric Richins, and the to, or the recipient in this would be 1987, which is Kouri Richins.
And so her responses, Kouri Richins' responses are in blue, is that correct?
Correct.
She says, geez, is that bad? Need me to come home? Go to take a nap and call me when you're up. And she wrote, you're up instead of you're up, but okay.
If I may perhaps for purposes of these messages, if you're looking to give the instructions that you've done in the past as to the figure state, as to Mr. Richins. Maybe we just do it once. We all know either myself. So, fair reminder. The statements by Ms. Richins on her side of that conversation, you may consider those for any purpose. You may give them the weight you deem appropriate.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Sure.
Certainly. Approach and... Oh, this is the state, or what, defense? What you want to say there?
I don't get that either. If it's a conversation between her and somebody else, how am I only considering her responses to the text messages? I don't understand. This is why I'm not a lawyer, because I don't know what people be talking about. Right? No, not that. All right, I misfired on the sound effect. All right, let's continue.
Come on, show us more of this. Best day so far. KK on YouTube said, I bet freaking Kouri saved herself in his phone that way. You never know.
She probably did.
Wait, what? Is it the afternoon break? I think so. Let's see.
Okay. This is a good time to take a restroom break. If everybody would please rise for the jury.
Kouri can barely stand up. Now she's looking real worried at that jury. Like, wait, what? It's embarrassing. Hey, Kouri, she's mortified. You can see it. Ah, thank you, Michelle. Robert Josh Grossman. He's called Josh in the messages, right? Robert Josh Grossman.
Have a seat, folks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you actually want to take a break, Mr. Willers, or do you want to have further discussion regarding this issue?
Both, Your Honor.
Which order would you like to do it?
Perhaps discuss first, break second.
Understood. Mr. Ramos. So we're talking specifically regarding 2-28D. And Scott, I don't have control over these, so I need you to go back to page 1, zoom in for me. Okay.
Do we need to see the witness, or are we good?
He's an expert. I imagine the state's going to tell me the exclusionary rule won't apply to him, but...
I'm just curious.
Yeah, so I don't think so. Yeah. If you need to use the restroom, that's fine. Okay. Okay. So... The first green bubble in 228, I've already ruled, is a present sense impression and is admissible. Any for the record there, Mr. Ramos?
That was early on.
Yeah. Okay. So keep scrolling, Scott. Then we have a blue bubble that represents. I need the second green bubble, please, Scott.
Just the green ones.
Oh, okay.
Second green bubble, please, Scott. That's the first one.
On the first page. So there's the first page. There's only one green on the first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, can we go to the second page, please? And then the...
No, we did that one.
No, we didn't. It's okay. So highlight that one for me, Scott. Oh, I can see it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Scott. Go back to page 2 on Zoom. Green bubble states, are you home? Any objection, Mr. Ramos?
No.
Okay, third bubble says, in the office, I've been sleeping out here. That, I think, is also present sense impression that I previously ruled out. Okay, go to page 3, Scott, if there's one. Green bubble. No, it's quiet out here. I think it's the same. And then, Mr. Ramos, I'm going to pause if I just, okay. And then get to the end of this 228D, Scott.
This is a total of 7 pages. This is
Oh, I'm sorry. 1 page at a time. I just need to analyze each green bubble.
This is the next set of green bubbles here.
This one's good. You can go to the next one.
No, we're not seeing the same thing Scott is. Hold on a second.
Oh, we're not seeing what you're seeing. That's why.
My apologies. Scott, if you'd unplug and plug back in for me, I'd appreciate it.
The fix saw, unplug, and then plug back in.
I think we're on page 4.
Page 4, Your Honor, didn't have the green bubble.
Understood. Let's go to page 5. Okay, wish you were here. And then a question mark. Mr. Ramos, any objection?
No.
Okay, go to page 6. Thanks for answering. Any objection?
Thanks for reading them out,
page 7. I can't read it, Scott. Sorry, can you? Thank you, sir. We are headed in there. Food is on the front seat of my truck. Any objection, Mr. Ramos?
No.
Okay, so with respect to 228D, there are no hearsay issues. We've already admitted certain exhibits. Ms. Sherbanek makes a fair point at sidebar. We'll need to be a little bit precise about these going forward. So we can just slow down. If there comes a time when you need to make a specific objection regarding a specific part of a conversation, just say objection. May we approach?
If we can go slow through them, and then I'll just... Yeah, we'll be...
Okay. Anything further on that, Ms. Sherbanek?
Yes, Your Honor, only that, can you give the jury an instruction now that what you told them before?
I didn't complete the thought, but I can clear it up.
If we could just clarify for them that that blanket rule does not apply to this exhibit.
Well, no, and also I shouldn't call it a blanket rule. So that they may consider both sides of 228D for any purpose. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What we'll do is we'll meet with them during this break real quick and see if I can just go through them.
Draper Maverick. Of a conversation, just say objection. May we approach? My apologies.
Kouri disingenuously says, I would cuddle ya, heading back in 20. He just got here. Eric Richins said question mark. Yeah, And Kouri said question mark, question mark. Eric said thanks for answering. Kouri said, did you call? You didn't call. He said, we are headed in there. Food is... Wait. He said, we are headed in there. Food is on the front seat of my truck.
In addition to these text messages, did you also analyze Eric Richins' device data, sensor data, I guess, for February 14th of 2022?
Yes.
If we could show Exhibit 314D, please. Do you recognize this?
I do.
Is this an exhibit you helped create?
Yes.
Does Exhibit 3-14D accurately depict the raw data that you analyzed from Eric Richins' phone?
Yes.
Move to admit 3-14D.
Okay. States 3-14D is admitted.
If we could publish, please. When you analyzed the movement data from Eric Richins' phone on Valentine's Day 2022, we're looking at a graph here. What does this graph depict?
The graph depicts travel, so in distance in blue, and in energy exertion basically in green, and the in frequency hour to hour on February 14th, 2022.
Was there a gap in Eric Richins' movement and the other data that you just referenced during the middle of that day?
Yes.
Is that denoted here in the blown up portion? What do we see?
It is. There's a data set on the left-hand side for flights climbed, distance traveled.
Grizzly got all the pictures. All right, so his chin ain't weak. I don't know why he got that beard like that though, but he looked thin in that other picture. Like this picture, his chin don't look weak, but he looked very thinning. Like I don't know. My kid's father had a drug issue, and when you see what it did to his face and like his chin and all of this, like that's what I look for to see how deep people are in their like addiction or whatever. Because you definitely don't want to end up in a relationship with somebody that's like using. So sometimes I look at that and then I go back and I like break shit down to see in my mind when it went bad, because he passed at this point 8 maybe 9 years ago. It was like the end of 2017 when he passed. Like New Year's Eve 2017 when he passed. Well, New Year's it was about to be 28. It was like December 2017. December 31st, 2017 is when he passed. But yeah, it was when I saw him, I hadn't seen him for like a couple of weeks because we ended up being able to see him at the hospital. And it's just they have this look about them that if you're not paying attention, like you just know when someone's like using and it's bad. They just have this look about them. And in that picture she had, I don't know how old that picture was. I guess I shouldn't say because I don't know how old that picture was, but I would like to see a pic of Eric before he passed, like Christmas Day or something, or not. It was after Christmas, I mean, but like the week of or the week before, just to see what he looked like, to see if he was in fact like using, right? Because in a sense, you never really know. Unless you know, you end up never really knowing. In a sense, you never really know. All right, so that's it. I think that's it for this day. Oh, they go to the images. During the opening statement, the prosecutor said that she had these images on her phone, that she accessed these images on her phone. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
What is considered non-natural manner of death? Who determines cause of death on a death certificate? Can the cause of death be changed on a death certificate?
There it is.
Tell if these images were accessed by Ms. Richins' phone.
They were accessed by the system in her phone, yes.
How do you know that?
It gives an access indication in the file path, in the data and the attraction. It'll say when the device was accessed, and it will give a timestamp.
Kouri, why? She looks disgusted now, like someone smeared poop on.
Yes.
And you described that they
All right, so I don't know if they decided that it was when he passed, but at some point she had access pictures that Friday of of a dude from Dumb and Dumber like wiping the sweat off his head with money. My boy Kevin Spacey, well, not my boy, but Kevin Spacey. Well, before everything, he was my boy. I mean, I never met him, but he's kind of my boy. I'd watch his movies. Kevin Spacey, idiots everywhere. You guys be taking these meme shits serious.
were found in the image files as a remnant of possibly a text message.
The one at the bottom, wait, let me lift it for you. This one,
Thank you.
see the label KTVX of it, but it says, I'm really rich. Is that what it says? Yeah, it says, I'm really rich. Idiots everywhere. And then that one. The morning when you're supposed to be all hysterical? On March 4th, your husband just died.
Yeah.
Huh? And this, who should send this to? Tell us.
message.
Right. I wouldn't say a remnant. It's a thumbnail. I mean, it's a PNG file. I mean, it's a thumbnail. Yes.
From the data that you analyzed, were you able to tell if these images were accessed by Ms. Richins' phone?
They were accessed by the system in her phone. Yes.
How do you know that?
It gives an access indication in the file path, in the data, and the extraction. It'll say when the device was accessed, and it will give a timestamp.
Kouri, why? She looks disgusted now, like someone smeared poop on her top lip, huh?
That you analyzed for that blue iPhone?
Yes.
I'll move to admit those three.
Mr. Ramos.
How long does life insurance companies take to pay? What is a lethal dose of fentanyl? Not that you could spell that either. What is considered a lethal dose of fentanyl?
I don't know why y'all be getting on people. If you hear people do the house long to die in the Google searches, or people don't be texting or typing properly when they're trying to do a Google search. But I said this on a TikTok one time. If you don't already know, don't look it up. Especially if it's about like hurting somebody. Don't look it up. Just leave it be, leave it alone. All right. We are now 51 minutes into this video. If you're still with me or you just popped in, hit the like button, hit subscribe, join the family. At this point, we're peoples now. Okay? 51 minutes in, we're peoples now. So hit that. I'm gonna try to finish this up in a few minutes. All right, so I actually want to get to Grizzly. Let's get to let's get to so we'll get to the fraud and forgery.
Well, so I think if they're going over financial crimes today, we're going to get just a little taste of just what a alleged fraudster, thief, forger.
Kouri thought she was some type of like house flipping mogul. Okay, Kouri thought she was out here doing her thing when it came to the houses she was flipping. But what it really was she was buying properties, taking loans out on those properties, and then buying more properties with the thing. And I saw someone do like a video, and yes, that is a way to acquire properties quickly, but you have to pay back the loans. You have to. And I don't think she was. And I think she thought because she could take the money and get the loans that she was some type of mogul. But she was really just slowly putting herself in debt. And I don't know if she realized that's what she was doing, but like when we get to phone, like if we get to like later phone calls, there's later phone calls where she's like, I took the 250,000 that she stole from her baby daddy, her husband Eric, and turned it into $11 million in assets, right? And I think in her mind that's the flex. Like I literally took something and made something of it. But I feel like if she really was making money off of it, I don't think Eric would have minded her doing it. Okay, see this right here, Kouri was in major debt.
Why? Hold on, I just want to go forward to see what it does. So it got stuck there a little bit. Okay, wait, I was just going to go on my little stretch break. Wait, let me put myself back on screen. Okay, so we can see it for ourselves. January 21, Eric died March 4th of 2022. Total debt owed. What? Stop it. It's so much worse than I ever thought. How about you? March of 2022, $7.5 million. Kouri. Whoa, this is so bad. Okay.
I will probably never, ever, 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 ever see that much money in my life, ever, ever. Okay, I don't think I can make with what I have going on as a job now. I cannot make that much money in my life. She owed the world $7.5 million. I don't know that I'm like harming myself over that amount of money, but I'm giving up. I'm giving up. She never paid any of that off. Like how? How do you bury yourself that much and be like, I'm winning? If you have her tell it, she's winning. Craziness, craziness. She's delusional.
Ha, I totally pulled an Eric. Ha, I bet you are dying, Chels. This is now from Kouri to her friend Chelsea Barney. Okay. She says, I pulled an Eric. Ha, I bet you are dying, Chels. Ha, what time do you get off? I have no idea how you're working. Did Derek have fun? He seemed like it.
Ma'am, is this a text string between Chelsea Barney and Kouri Richins?
And then they just pause it there. This says, oh, hell no. The kids are probably so damn confused. It's sad. As soon as she meets someone else, she will do this all over again.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so for your house, we are finally getting everything done. I don't have an exact number on your mortgage yet, but it will be about $2,300, maybe $100 more or less, $100 more or less. And then the banner covers it. I don't know what it says. Something about let you know. Okay?
That's my understanding, yes. This is 2-19.
Sorry, I'm trying to see another feed without the banner to see what that last bit says. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, hell no. The kids are probably so damn confused. It's sad. As soon as she meets someone else, she'll do this all over again. Okay, so for your house, we are finally getting everything done. I don't have an exact number on your mortgage yet, but it will be around $2,300, maybe $100 more or less. I will have final numbers this week and then let you know. This says, I'll also let you know I'm down payment when I get that. It'll be this week, but don't stress. It will be affordable for what you have. No worries.
And Kouri Richins is in blue, right, at the 1987 number?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Hey, Charles. Okay, a couple things. Do you have any paint left over at your house? My mom said she used some kind of paint to touch up a cabinet there, and she was pretty sure she left it with the other colors. It would have been a darker gray. We're going to be closing on your house Tuesday. What are you comfortable with putting as a down payment?
Like, in all honesty, Kouri is no different than those, like, remember, like, the Tender Swindler? Remember that guy? And he would have girls taking out other loans and then having them send him money and then him using their money to take trips and private flights and all of this stuff. And it's just, one, it's crazy that banks and institutions allow certain people to just borrow money that they don't actually have. Because I know they be on point with the rules when I want to borrow money. When I go to get money, there is no, oh, you say you're going to pay, you'll pay. No, there is none of that. Okay, when I go to borrow money, it's a no. I don't get to take chances to see if I could flip it. It is a definite no.
The friend said, oh, yeah, sorry, she texted me about it and I forgot to text her back that I found it. Okay, what are they wanting as one? Kouri said, oh, ha, no worries. Will you set it on your front porch and she will run and grab it? $59,000. Don't freak. I knew you only had around $47,000, so I want to see what you're comfortable with. She can never write your properly, but okay, what you're comfortable with, and I'll float the rest. You guys will be seller financing it from me. So what will happen is I'll close on it in my name Tuesday, and then we're gonna set another closing for 2 weeks to close to change it into your name.
See, this is why. So she sold one of her friends a house. Like it was a house she was going to flip, but I guess she was kind of hooking her friend up by saying, look, I'm gonna close on this house, I'm gonna keep it in my name, and then you pay me, and then you own the house. Like kind of like a rent to own kind of thing, but not telling them that they really rent to own and not putting the house in their name at all. So I guess they were paying her, and then she played the shit out of them, because when she got arrested, they realized that the house actually wasn't in her name, and they got evicted because somebody sold the house and all of this. So because she took their money and used their money for a down payment on like another property. Okay, and then took out a loan on the house that they were supposed to supposedly own. I think that's how it went. If I'm wrong, you guys will tell me. Right?
Haha, but now I know what to do if I ever have to do it again. Okay, thanks, friend. Also, Cass said Kay has a master as much as Tisha Stark has a doctorate. I know, I remember that as well. Zenjen Art said volunteering at school equals code for banging my boyfriend. Probably. Walmart, everyone. Some of you might have been wondering. Okay. Sport Clips Polish Nail Bar. TJ Maxx Home Goods. Maverick again for gas, I guess. What else have we got? Parks and Rec. Heber City, Utah. Starbucks store.
For Kouri.
$160 on nails. $300 at TJ Maxx. $500 at the Home Goods store. Bitch, you was running through the money. $6. Let me stop. Oh my God. Well, I guess she's got to stage her houses and stuff, right? I don't know. 77. Listen, the cost of pizza today, crazy.
Kouri Richins.
And Fund 5 was one of her payday lenders?
Yes.
Scott, can I get exhibit?
Yo, somebody said she was at the bottom of the barrel. I think it was Natalie, the lawyer. She was like, yo, you're at the bottom of the barrel if you're borrowing money from the payday loan. You're done. Like, you have nowhere else to get money from. I haven't even, honestly, payday loans don't even fuck with me. I applied. I said, nah, I'm actually good. I'm not going to do that. Don't do the payday loans. Like, just figure it out. I'll start an OnlyFans before I do a payday loan. It's crazy. I wouldn't really, but for real. Craziness than payday loans. Craziness. They're always playing Kouri. She's like, please, I'm innocent, please.
Kouri Richins Realty at the P.O. Box 7.
I took myself off camera for a moment, okay?
59, the account number 6577 for June of 2021. This came directly from the credit union, and the two accounts at the end of the month had the balances of $15,339.12.
Scott 5-32 Charlie, please. Ma'am, do you recognize this document?
I do.
What is it?
This is the America First bank account statement for C&E Stonemasonry for June of 2021. The account number 7664 that came directly from the credit union in response to a subpoena from the prosecution.
Your Honor.
Okay, so we can all just focus now. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened. Thank you for being here still as we continue on to listen to this freaking testimony about freaking Kouri.
The state moves to admit 5-32C.
Indeed. On the other hand, say someone buys a piano or a piece of equipment for their farm or something. That is not something that the lender can advertise to the world that they have an ownership interest in until the loan's paid off. So they can't record it at the county recorder's office. So they file something with the state of Utah or whatever state they're in that says, I own this property until this borrower pays back the loan. And it's called a UCC filing. It's Uniform Commercial Code. And that's with the Department of Commerce at the state. So what I did is all public record. So I pulled up whatever UCC filings I could find under Kouri Richins, K. Richins Realty, Doreen Kouri, any of those, and I was able to piece together Realty and other companies with Greengrass as of September 30th, 2021.
Did you investigate those other companies listed under the merchant's legal name?
Yes, I did.
What did you determine?
Some of these are related to Kouri Richins, like where she holds her contractor license or something else, and then the LTD's personal cleaning, I believe, is related to Doreen Kouri.
Other than the one related to Doreen Kouri. And is that, by the way, what you meant by Doreen Kouri as a funding source in part?
Yes.
Your Honor, based on that, this line of questioning, I would object to this line of questioning, continuing objection on our prior objections.
Overruled. Please proceed.
She looking like, but is you really trying to object on me what I'm saying? She gave it a Denzel look. You what?
Except for the LTD personal cleaning, did any of the other companies connected with Kouri Richins have revenues?
I don't believe so, no. It's possible the WCA Enterprises, she's got a couple of projects where the buyer is K. Richins Realty, LLC, doing business as WCA, but as a standalone enterprise, I had requested the state subpoena documents, bank accounts, or anything that would support the fact that they had revenues, and I'm not aware of any bank accounts that they have.
Their joint personal return.
That's right.
Ken Barron, you did a $50 sticker twice? Intentionally.
Why wouldn't you want to take the loss? And then Ms. Carrington will testify that during these time frames, Ms. Richins was trying to attract funding, loans, and a tax return that showed a profit would help her attract loans.
Okay. Ms. Nestor, take it from there.
Well, now I have a new objection.
I imagine you have a couple.
I do.
Go ahead.
So, first of all, absolute speculation as to why. I mean, the loops you have to jump through to get that she's over-reporting her income to use it to get funding when there's zero evidence in this case that I've seen that she's ever produced
Pause there for a minute. Let's assume for the purposes of our discussion for the next few minutes that instead of opining about what was in Ms. Richins' head, Ms. Carrington.
I don't get why this was such a... Like, when you don't actually have money and you go to apply for a loan, banks want to know what you have. And if I give you this money, can you pay it back? Right? Duh, right? If I go apply for something, I got to provide a W-2. I got to provide pay stubs for like the past 5-6 months. If we get food stamps, I got to show them that. If we get anything, if I get any money coming in, I have to produce documentation that shows what I have coming in. So it makes complete sense to me that she would say she makes more, because if she says she makes more or has more money, the loan is cheaper. That's that broke math. That's that broke loan math. Okay. When you don't have money, the interest rates are higher on the loans and you got to pay more. That's my understanding of how loans work. You would think it didn't work that way, but that's how it works. If you don't have money, when you go to borrow money, you're paying more. But all of these folks have really good credit and probably just pay for shit outright. Like from the judge down to each of the lawyers that's there. They don't understand what broke people do when they got to take out a loan.
Based upon her education training experience, talks about what real estate investors would need to show to attract funding and whether someone with a balance sheet that looked like Ms. Richins would need funding. So more general rather than specific.
Except that in this particular case, I know we have 10 terabytes of information that was produced, but I don't recall ever seeing any evidence that she produced her tax returns to any lenders, ever. And if she has seen that, please correct me, but I've not seen it. So if there's no evidence in the case to support this speculation, then it is speculation, it is prejudicial, it's harmful, and it shouldn't come in. But I also think if she's, to whatever extent, for whatever reason, if she's filing false tax returns, that's a crime. And that's another crime, wrong, or bad act under 404B, and again, has zero relevance to whether or not Ms. Richins killed her husband. And so I object on all those grounds.
Okay.
Oh my, Little Barbero said, this judge is an absolute rock star. He's good, right? Mary said, is this why our first set of attorneys quit it? I don't think so. Thank you so much for your sticker. They said it was a conflict of interest. I don't know.
One step at a time. Addressing these issues in the order that they were raised by defendant.
So I don't know, right? But I think what's dope, or what I feel like I get from this judge, is when he almost anticipates when one of them is about to object, and he already knows why, and he's like, yeah, I kind of figured you were gonna do this, or yeah, but yeah, it's that's kind of what I like about this judge. And then when the defense is getting all sassy pants with everybody, he kind of is like, hey, calm down. But yeah.
Mr. Bloodworth asked the questions in a way that does not require or invite Ms. Carrington to speculate about what was going on in Ms. Richins' head, but speaks more broadly or generally based upon her education, training, and experience about why real estate investors in Ms. Richins' circumstances might benefit from making their tax returns look a certain way versus another. Any clarification on that?
No, yeah.
Okay. That resolves the speculation objection. Next, moving to the 404B issue, the court determined.
What else I think is funny is I also used to watch the Karen Reed trial, and I kind of feel like he leans more towards the prosecution. Like it feels that way to me, right? But I don't mind it here because we like this judge. Karen Reed, everybody hated Bev, Judge Bev, Honorable Bev. And when if she felt like, and when she was leaning towards the prosecution, everybody hated her. So everything is just like it all depends on your point of view, right? Or who you're rooting for. So right now we're rooting for the prosecution because I don't hate Kouri, but it's whatever, I don't care. But we dislike Kouri. So anything he does that feels like it's towards the prosecution, we're down with. But Karen Reed, we hated the prosecution. So anything they did the opposite way, we were like, what's going on? It's funny to me. All right. What's this? What is this? What's this all about?
That is so damning. Oh my word. Thomas Jewell said Kouri didn't get arrested for 1 year, so I suspect she got all the life insurance payouts. No, she didn't. That's why she called the medical examiner. We heard that call yesterday. If you missed it, it's timestamped for you. Trying to figure out
by the governmental permitting or allowance process, and as such, buyer intends to purchase these parcels as is, with full understanding that buyer may also face challenges and costs in obtaining necessary or desired permitting allowances to build, rebuild, or complete the building and occupancy process. Buyer acknowledges, understands, and affirms that the structures do not have certificates of occupancy, necessary approvals through.
Who's reading all of that?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Eric was celebrating
If I was
at
in a
all.
jury,
He was
I
actually
would've
advising her
tuned
before
out
that.
and been like,
Don't do that.
Ms. Carrington, do you recognize Exhibit 6-9?
I do.
What is it?
This is the settlement statement for the Legacy Way Midway Mansion property, where K. Richins Realty is the buyer and Douglas Roylance is the seller. And this is the final version of the sale.
Analyze how much money Eric had?
I did look at their family accounts, and their family account, you know, when I'm looking at an account, it's really easy to try and get kind of a cadence or an understanding of how that account is used and the characteristics of that account. The family account as
All right, so we're going to jump to day 8. Now, this was sad. He did not want to be there.
Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share.
Alright, let's see. Let's go.
The testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury.
Sir, do you swear to tell the whole truth under the pains and penalties of perjury, yes or
What
no?
do you mean by the whole truth?
I won't lie. I'll tell that much. In this setting, I don't want to.
Stand right there for a moment, if you don't mind. Can I invite you folks to take a walk for a moment? Please rise for the jury.
Oh my. Ooh, he says, what do you mean by the whole truth? Sir, I think you have immunity. They mean the whole truth. Look at Kouri. Look at Kouri. Ha ha. Corey's like, oh my word, is this about to happen? Yes, it is. He says, what do you mean by the whole truth? Sir, I think you have immunity. They mean attack family members. The snark is reserved for the
Alright, this is Mr. Grossman. This is the sneaky link.
The testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury.
Sir, do you swear to tell the whole truth under the pains and penalties of perjury, yes or no?
I won't lie. I'll tell as much. In this setting, I don't want to.
Stand right there for a moment, if you don't mind. Can I invite you folks to take a walk for a moment? Please rise for the jury.
Oh my. Ooh, he says, what do you mean by the whole truth? Sir, I think you have immunity. They mean the whole truth. Look at Kouri. Look at Kouri. Ha ha. Corey's like, oh my word, is this about to happen? Yes, it is.
Just pause for a moment.
He does it. Jamie's whispering to the judge, I didn't understand what that meant. Sir, whole truth, okay? He means like, what? The truth is the truth. What do you mean by whole? The whole truth, sir. Okay? Not like Swiss cheese holes in the truth, just the whole truth.
All of the truth.
Have a seat, if you don't mind. Mr. Grossman, do you understand the difference between what's true and what's not true?
I do.
Do you promise, under the pains and penalties of perjury, to tell the truth when you're asked questions?
Absolutely.
Anything further, Mr. Bloodworth?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Lewis?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. You bring the jury back.
Jury was like, I'm telling him, okay, thank you, Chris Hall, for the 6 coffees for the mod. If I was on the jury, you guys know I probably can't ever be. Firstly, we don't have juries in South Africa or Switzerland. We've got bench trials. If I was American and I was going to be, I wouldn't be picked for a jury, right? My face does too much talking. I don't have a poker face. If I was on the jury, then I'm walking out, I'll be like, My face is going to say all sorts of things. Okay, here we go.
Your Honor, an instruction that he's taken enough.
I'll make it clear. So that you're not surprised, I'll just ask you to confirm that you've sworn to tell the truth. Yes, sir. Okay.
No, Kouri, stop it. Don't make that face at him. She's like, no. Pack the tatas away, Kouri. Pack them away, and your teeth. Pack them away. None of that will be allowed. Objection.
Folks, please have a seat as you come in.
You duper's delight smoking ass mofo, Kouri.
Please have a seat.
Do y'all think he knew?
Kouri, are you happy to see him, or is that a stun belt you got on? Stun belt. Is a stun cuff? Got a shock belt on, Kouri? Or are you happy to see him?
Mr. Grossman, just to confirm, you have sworn an oath to tell the truth, correct?
Yes, sir.
Very good, sir. Mr. Bloodworth, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. What, sir, is your name?
Robert Joshua Grossman.
Sir, do you know Kouri Richins?
I do.
How do you know her?
I've known her for, I don't know, a decade probably at this point. We met in South Carolina. She was flipping a house, and I answered, and a help wanted ad.
Then did you come to know her in South Carolina through helping her flip homes?
I did.
Was she also flipping mattresses back then, sir? Because she's certainly doing that in her jail cell now.
Come a time you moved to Utah?
Yes.
When, sir, was that?
It was just as COVID was kicking off. So 2020, I believe, or early in the year.
And why did you move to Utah?
To work with her, help her flip houses.
And when you moved to Utah, where did you stay?
Initially, I stayed at a flip that she had acquired in Heber. I had my dog with me. We do live-in flips, me and the dog. Yeah.
Other than accommodations, did she pay you for your service?
We didn't have any contractual agreement. She took care of me. I lived for free. She gave me money whenever I needed it. I liked her, so I'd worked for free. Not that she didn't, pay me. She did from time to time in lump sums. And
did she also give you a truck?
Lump sums and... Do go on, sir.
Yes, she bought me a truck. 2 of them. Bought me one, traded it in, got another one at one point. Didn't trade it in, gave it to her mother. Yeah.
Did, sir, there come a time when your relationship turned romantic?
Yes.
About when?
Same time, just before driving to Utah.
So right about the outset of COVID.
Right.
Scott, can I get Exhibit 3-1, please?
The witness has it.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's been admitted. Can we publish it? And Scott, can you zoom in on the top portion? Thank you. Mr. Grossman, do you recognize that document before you?
I know what it's alluding to. I know of it, yes, sir.
And did you know about a trip planned to the secret St. Martin's Resort?
Yes.
So I'm going to take a look at the passenger name line. There's some initials there. RG with a birth date of 9 December 1982 and a gender of male. So are those your initials?
Yes.
Is that your birth date?
Yes.
Perhaps obviously.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Did you and Kouri Richins at some point plan to go on this trip?
Yeah, she. I think that was a birthday present. I remember seeing a text or something. She sent it to me. We didn't discuss it much, but it was there.
Thank you, Scott. During that time that you were romantically involved with Miss Richins, did you love her?
Yes.
During that time...
She nods. She's like, I'll take that. That's what it looked like. Yeah, he did. Kouri. Remember, we're reserving the snark for her, right? Sure, Kouri, and she glanced at the jury like this, like, trying to get a quick read. Are they? Oh, man, I'm so embarrassed. I don't know. Yeah, Kouri, we're hearing it all now.
Did you feel that she loved you?
Yeah. I have a tendency of going head over heels, though, probably more than most, so, you know, I think she did.
Did you exchange text messages with Kouri Richins?
Yes.
From the time you moved to Utah.
He kind of looks like the type, or seems like the type, to just like be in love with love on top of love. Like, he's so mad right now. And that's probably, I wonder if this is the first time he's seen her since she got arrested. 'Cause I think they broke up right after. I'm gonna do like 1.5 because I kind of got to go to sleep.
About how often?
Daily, unless she was mad at me, or vice versa.
What topics on those messages did you discuss?
Same thing you would discuss with your best friend, plus house flipping stuff. Life.
Did you discuss her children?
Yes.
So I'm going to show you now some text messages between you and Ms. Richins.
Okay.
They're the same ones I believe we've looked at before. I'm going to ask you if you've recognized them. If you can recognize them right away, that's fine. If you would like me to scroll down through them again, I'm happy to do that, okay?
Okay.
Scott, can I get Exhibit 2-13 Delta, please? Can you just kind of scroll through the whole string? Without zooming in. Yeah.
Those are pretty small. If you need people to zoom in, you can ask them.
Is that good enough for you to...
Honestly, I bet if she said, hey, can you delete all of your messages? He probably wouldn't. Like, he might keep them and then reread them. Like, yeah, I don't see him ever like getting rid of a message.
Identify them, or do you want to zoom in and step through them?
I mean, if you could zoom in a hair, that wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
Was I supposed to be reading them at that clip?
No,
right there?
What I'm going to ask you, the question for you, sir, is do you recognize this as a text exchange that you had with Ms. Richins?
I got you, and I do for this one.
Okay. Then the state moves to admit 2-13D.
Scott, could you just scroll down and let me take a look at everything that's in there real quick?
Why? Do you want to file a mistrial?
Go on. Okay.
All right, guys. I'm actually going to pause right here because this is getting very long and I will never be able to process this video if I keep going. So I'm going to pause right now. This is going to take all night to do, and then we'll catch up a little bit more tomorrow and see what we can do for tomorrow. But yes, Her boo thing is up there. He is heartbroken. He is still in love because he's still trying to look. I remember going to jail or going to court to try and get a glimpse of my boo thing. When he was in court, he was going to jail. But I remember one time I went and his sneaky link was in court too. And I was like, that's it. I'm never coming to court again. Never went back. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm good. Let that bitch go to court. I'm good. Yeah, that was a crazy day. But yeah, we will get back to this, people, and we will try to, I don't know, just figure out where the truth is in this whole situation. Yeah, I'ma be on the next level. So I'm gonna say goodbye for tonight. We will finish this up again tomorrow, hopefully. Please, 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 if you made it this far, I don't know if you have, but hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share, and leave me a comment. You can let me know how I'm doing. Okay, if you have any advice, that'd be nice too. We are taking advice. Good or bad, critiques good or bad. Let me know what you guys think. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. If you stayed with us, I mean, if you stayed for a little bit and left, came back, it's fine. I want to thank you all. But we are gonna get out of here for tonight. And we will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully I can do this tomorrow and then get all of these posted before the weekend is up. Thank you guys. Mm-mm-mm.